have another R class race today, and I'm going to be changing cars, going over to this Bugatti Veyron. And we're heading over to France to the Le Mans racetrack. Um, and this is not the old Mustang circuit. I am, this one's got the, um, the little chicanes in the middle of the straightaway. But these straightaway sections on this track are extremely fast, so I figured I'd try this car because this car goes so fast, and with really cold tires, it slides all over the place. As I get ready to try to start the first qualifying lap, and this thing is a handful. And I slide off the track there. Driving through the sand, trying to get back onto the track. And I end up going off the track again. The engine sound on this car is really, really muted. So it's deceptive. You really don't have any idea about, based on the sound of the engine, how fast you're going. I mean, I'm already up to 220 miles an hour, 200, and heavy, heavy, heavy braking to go through this first chicane section, all the way down to second gear, and then getting back up to speed. I mean, just, in no time at all, you're up to 200 miles an hour. And then again, heavy, heavy braking to go through this second little chicane section. You got to slow down all the way to second gear, maybe even first gear. Now, no penalty for going off track, but still, that's going to affect your qualifying time when you go off track. And I certainly have not mastered this particular vehicle, and I'm just kind of seeing how I can do on this track that gives you enough room to get this car up to top speed. But, the other people that are going to be competing against me, they have really fast cars as well. So it's going to be and this thing slides around on me, and I end up slamming into the wall and backing up. And I'm like, yeah, I gotta approach that corner in a different way. So this one I slow all the way down to first gear, and the front end locks up on me, and I go sliding off the track. So this qualifying time is not going to be very good. And so my hope is that I can successfully make it back to the start finish line and get a better time on my second qualifying lap. Because this one, in reality, this one is for the trash bin. Heavy, heavy braking, for this tight S section coming around to the front straightaway. And I go off track there a little bit. And so now what I want to try to do is put down a decent lap. And I somehow managed to get second, even with all those mistakes. And right now I'm sitting in third as far as qualifying goes. But the qualifying time runs out. And now I'm waiting for everything to load for the race itself to actually begin. And let's have a look at the competition, see what we got here. We got a 1970 Porsche 917, a 2017 Saleen. That's me and my Bugatti. There's a 2019 Bugatti, another 2017 Saleen, a 2019 McLaren, and a 2018 Lamborghini, a 1989 Ferrari, another Lamborghini, and a Nissan GTR, and a Paganini, or however you pronounce that, an exotic car. Same thing with the Bugatti. That's like a super, super exotic car. And so we're off. And this 917, he doesn't even take off, and I end up running into the back into him. And this guy, he bangs into me, and I end up going over into this section over here. And people are sliding all over the place, trying to get things sorted out, heading out for the first lap. There's a Lamborghini diving down in front of me. And I slow down a lot. This guy bangs into the back of me and pushes me off track. This is a complete madhouse. I'm trying to keep the car on the track, but still maintain good speed. And now that I'm on this back straightaway, I just put the pedal to the metal and say, well, can I catch these people? Because they got cars that are just as fast as mine. I get up at 220, almost 230 miles an hour. And then you gotta slow down to like 60 miles an hour to get through this section here. And I end up going off track and knocking cones over. And trying to fight my way to catch these cars that are in front of me, but they have just as much swift acceleration as I do. So this one guy right here, it does look like I'm gaining ground on him. And I go off track there. I don't get a penalty, but still. And right now I'm currently in 9th place. And it looks like I'm going to be able to pass this guy, but he might be able to brake better than me going into this corner right here. But I make it through there ahead of him. And this Ferrari F40 that's in front of me. Looks like I'm gaining ground on him a bit, but whether or not I'll be able to overtake him, I don't know. But, you know, I'm doing 215, 220 miles an hour, and then you gotta slow down a whole bunch for this. And this is where I went off track before, so, and I almost go off track there. And then this right-hander is very slow, like 40, 50 miles an hour for that corner. And then just back up the speed as fast as you can. And then and this right-hander coming up, you gotta slow down or you'll slide off like that guy did right there. And so I'm currently in 7th. I don't know that I'll be able to maintain that, but I'll give it a shot. I'd like to be able to gain a few more positions if that's at all possible. And up to about 180 and then instantly hard braking for this. And there's I can't remember what, that yellow car. Well, I got a good segment score right there, which is, I guess that's encouraging. But I end up sliding off track here, and these guys, they get past me, and you know, you can only go like 40 miles an hour, and then somebody else slams into me, and I'm knocked all the way back to 11th place. And I'm trying to get back straight, and this Lamborghini, he went off track, and he's sliding all over the place as well, and he goes off track. And so, currently, my hopes of finishing in a respectable position seem to be dashed quite a bit because, you know, I'm all the way back down to 10th. And the guy that's leading the race, he's 30 seconds ahead of me, so, you know. And that lead is increasing as the race goes on. I'm not entirely sure what model of car that is that's in front of me, but he's clearly faster than I am because that guy pulled away from me in no time flat. Now we both have to slow down quite a bit for this section. I end up going off track and knocking over cones, and I get a off-track time violation. So this is, there's definitely some additional practice and fine-tuning that I'll have to do if I want to have anything close to a successful race session in this particular car. But it is, very fast. This thing, if given enough room and a long enough straightaway, you can get this car up to nearly 300 miles an hour. Now, granted, that's, you know, a digital 300 miles an hour, but it's pretty impressive. Now these guys kind of tangle with one another, and this one guy slides off track, so that ends up moving me up into 9th. But this guy in front of me, he's pretty fast, and I'm not able to catch him, and I know that you have to slow down quite a bit going through this section right here. And you can get through here at, you know, about 100 or so. And now I got moderate tire wear, so I have to take it even a little bit easier going through here, because if I don't, I'll just slide off the track with that tire wear. And I can get on it again here, but you got to brake really hard to get through this little S section right here. And he goes off track, but manages to reel it back in, and I come around and I end up finishing eighth with substantial time penalties. So even with my time penalties, I still managed to get eighth. So that's my race at Le Mans in the Bugatti Veyron. I hope you like it. I'll see you on the racetrack.